Welcome to my September plot tour. Please like, subscribe and share. Come see how my plot is doing. Here's my herb bed. The herbs seem to be surviving, but the 2 courgette plants have gone a bit crazy. But considering the temperatures, they shouldn't last much longer, so the herbs should survive. So there's a yellow courgette plant here, and what should be, it's supposed to be yellow, but it's green courgette plant here. This is what should be the potato bed, main crop King Edwards, but I haven't dug them up yet. This is obviously a finished bed, but there's still some flowers, but they're a bit sad looking. Another empty bed here. Here are some leeks. Some of them are okay, but some have gone to seed. If we look carefully, you can see. So I'll have to go through and see which ones I need to pull up. This poor sunflower, it's got many branches snapped off. Some sunflowers, but I think it's squirrels or birds, but something keeps snapping them. Look, there's a snapped there and snapped. But what can you expect at the end of the season? In this next bed here, I have some brassicas. There's Cavolo Nero. It looks okay, but not brilliant. It needs a bit of a weed, and there's white fly, so it needs a good tidy up. But it looks a bit better than this next bed. These were Kalettes, but they weren't staked, and the pigeons have gone crazy on them, eating them, because the netting's come off. So they've kind of fallen over. So, of course, here's the old peas. They need stripping off. And another snapped sunflower. So lots of work to do on that bed. Of course, over the path here, they look fairly good, but that should be on the bed, not over the path. This was where I had my sweet corn. There's one there, but it's not very big. But the rest of the sweet corn is all done. It needs all pulling up. Now this should have been the carrot bed, but it's really just a bed of nasturtiums, because I don't think any carrots came up. The wood pile is almost finished, so then I can actually use that bed next year. This had some cabbages. I've harvested some, but they're not looking the best. Pretty eaten and some weeds, so I think I need to pull them all out. Here I have my sacrificial cabbages, but the parsnips, the few that I do have, they are looking good. I haven't looked at the bottom of them, but the top growth looks good. Now in the flower bed, there's some globe artichokes. They seem to have survived the transplant to there. Unfortunately, I've got some cinquefoil in this bed that I need to pull up. But yeah, there's a few spring plants trying to push through. So there's, of course, work to do on that. I still haven't taken out these red currants bushes, but hopefully I will be taking them out at some point in the winter. I've got some manure there. Obviously, I need to put that on the beds, but there's still plenty more that I need to go and get. Here is the summer fruiting raspberries. Yeah, the bindweed's getting a bit of a pain around those, so spend some time on that. These autumn fruited raspberries, they're okay, but there's a few grown there, but I don't know if they will come ripe with the cold weather. And I think I need to get a few more canes to thicken it out, because it's not much in the bed. These are my black currants. I prune them back so that I can actually see the path, but I need to cut down this cherry tree. It's just in the wrong place. The gooseberry plants are doing okay, but once I've chopped the tree down, then it will give the gooseberries some more room to grow, and then I may need to prune them a little bit more. The tayberry, the frame needs work. It's covered in bindweed, so I need to untangle that. I need to tie in the new canes. I need to strengthen obviously the structure because it's a bit wonky. So this bit needs a lot of work on it, but hopefully I should be able to get that done over the winter. This strawberry bed, I haven't really touched it much all year, so I need to do a lot on it. This bed I did work on earlier in the year, looks alright. There's a bit of zinc foil to take out of it. These are the bubble berries. Now, I didn't get any fruit last year, but the plants look stronger, so I should hopefully get a crop next year. So, another sunflower with snapped heads. So, but it's holding on despite the cooler weather. These are my only carrots that have germinated this year. So they're obviously not very big at the moment, but they were sown a couple of months ago. So hopefully I'll get some maybe in the spring. There's also some autumn raspberries in this bed and some calendula. So I might transplant the autumn raspberries into the other bed to, thicken that out. That's I think it's a Jerusalem artichoke in a pot there. You're not supposed to harvest it till the foliage dies back, but I'm not going to harvest it. I'm going to replant it next year. Another poor sunflower plant that's kind of on its last legs. This was the second sown of sweet corn. I've harvested all of those. I've got some patty pan that got a bit big, but the whole plant is on its way out. I don't really like patty pan. I grew them for the first time this year and I don't like the taste, so I won't grow them again next year. This was my best sunflower, my tallest. It was taller than the arch, but I came down and it was just on the ground. I don't know if that was squirrels or whether it is the wind, but it went up taller than that. So it's no more. Here I have some, I think it's Artichokes, but they've struggled. I've got one good size butternut, but that's for the plant. I've got one from the whole plant. These are honeyboat. I think the plant's on its last legs, but I think there's about 8. So I will taste those this winter and I will see if I want to grow them next year. So if I like it, then I'll definitely grow them because the size of the fruits are more manageable for eating. This is my flower bed with the pond. I've cut back the roses and a few other things, but it needs a good weed. There's some things like, I don't know if it's cow parsley or hogweed, but that sort of thing that can irritate the skin. I need to pull that up. There's a bramble there. I know there's some nettles within the bed as well. The pond's okay. I haven't seen the frog again, but hopefully it's somewhere around here. This is more Artichokes, slightly bigger than the other bed. Nice big butternut back there, but again, not very many. Generally, there's only one per plant, 2 if I'm lucky. This is a self-seeded tomato, but it's got blight, of course, for this time of year. The squash plants, of course, have covered the path here. But this butternut, of course, still needs to ripen. So we need to not have a frost so that that can cure. This one's okay. That looks all right. And then there's one hiding down there. So I have a few. This is the fruit trees. They need a bit of a prune. I know it's a bit late for that. I still haven't filled in this. I want it to be a bug hotel. And of course, this is a time when the bugs want to start hibernating, and I haven't filled it in yet. So I need to cut back brambles and work on this area. So the plot's looking okay. Not the best, but I still need to work on these frames because they have the green mesh. It's breaking, so I'm going to replace it this winter with some chicken wire or something like that, because this green mesh just is not working. I don't want lots of tiny bits of plastic everywhere. So there's still plenty to work to do over the winter. It's not quite ready for winter yet, but I'm gradually getting there with the time I have. This is my nearly finished greenhouse. These are basils, but it's gone to seed, so I need to pull these up. I have a few peppers left. Not looking great, but these ones look okay, and they've actually produced some peppers. But unfortunately, each of the peppers have been nibbled. We've got a little hole in. So I think they might have a few visitors, so I'm not sure how edible they're going to be for me. But they do seem to like the extra warmth of being in the greenhouse. You know, it prolongs the season a bit more. But even this one's got nibbled. But we'll see how they grow.